We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back.
Welcome back to King's Court. I'm your host, Richie King, the bad man of comedy, and as usual, my friend, my compadre, my cohort,
Yeah.
Mr. Alan Green.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard people tell me we shouldn't play her. I tell them, go pound
Why
sand.
not?
That's fun. That's funny as hell to me.
That's you know.
I still can't quit laughing every time because that was real. That wasn't a skit. That was actually a real deal.
That was the real McCoy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just funny. I don't care who you are.
Oh yeah, she's earned her place on all the stupid things around here. I guarantee you that.
Yeah. She started all that family business anyway with all the
the idiot family.
She is the great grandmother of them all.
yes. And there, you know, I wrote a joke about her. And we'll tell it on stage eventually. It was about her. You know, how are you still alive? A joke, I call it now.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, glad to see you back in good health. Out of the gate, we got Dean Cerny. How y'all?
Hey,
my brother, Redneck A-Hole in the house. Godfather is too. All right. Both my buddies are both members of the Redneck Pimp Club are watching. That's good. They're going to be pimping out some of their stuff. They got some outstanding wood products. I've put some on here before. Hit them up, guys. They're making all kind of new things. Tables. They got kitchen tables and stuff they're making. Yes, sir. BJ just kicked in. Yeah. Real quick, guys, if you feel like donating to the show here, you can contact me and donate, or you can click on this little QR code at the top of the screen there. Send us a donation. We'd appreciate that. Really would appreciate that. They go a long ways. Okay. We're going to do missing persons first. This is a kind of a sad one because this crap, it's just bad. It's going on all the damn time.
Oh, it's everywhere.
It is. And there's people you know that are involved in it. If you know somebody's involved in the sex trafficking, shoot them.
Yeah.
You know, I probably shouldn't say that, but hey, oh well. Anyway, young lady's name is Heaven Desire McGee. Okay. And here's the pictures of her. I try to go slow here. That's a unique necklace. Check out that necklace. All right. Information. Date of birth, March 4th, 2024. Place of birth, California. Hair black, eyes brown. She's 5 foot. 140 pounds, female, black, American. McGee has the following tattoos. The words Aaron Pryor above a red rose below her left collarbone. Unknown words just above her left and right collarbone. At least 4 butterfly tattoos on her chest, sternum. Possible Chinese characters on her left forearm, just above her wrist, and the words Darius 3 on her right forearm, posterior. Reward. The FBI is offering a reward up to $10,000 for the information leading to the location of Miss McGee. Miss McGee has ties to Oakland, Stockton, and San Jose, California. Heather, I called her Heaven up here. Is that right? Did I read it right? Yeah. Said Heaven, they call her Heather. Okay. Whatever real name is. Heather Desire McGee was last seen Stockton, California on January 20th, 2025. She thought to possibly a victim of sex trafficking. She is thought to be possible of sex trafficking. That's just. Yeah. If you had any information concerning this person, please contact the FBI's toll-free tip line, 1-800-CALL FBI, 1-800-225-5324. You may also contact your local FBI office, your nearest American embassy or consulate, or you can submit an anonymous tip online at tips.fbi.gov. You don't have to leave your name to field office in San Francisco. One more time, check out this little girl. I don't, somebody catch her age there. She was born 04, so she'd be what, 21?
21.
Was that right? Is that math correct? 21? Yeah. And she come up missing January of this year. So yeah, she had turned 21 missing. Well, there you go. Okay. All right. Got that done there. Says, come to the VFW Chillicothe Saturday evenings at 6 for a benefit. We donate one. He'll be on one hell of a table. All right. They're going to donate a hell of a table up there at the Chillicothe VFW.
Okay.
Those of you listening, VFW Chillicothe Saturday evening. You might know the commander over there. That's some of my brother's stuff that goes in and out there. They donate it.
Out of my district over there. Don't think I'm familiar with him.
I see.
So my apologies there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
They're not in District 3. I forget which district they are.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, we had a cool event happen on 4th of July. Besides the 4th of July party and everything. Well, let's get to the memes first. We'll do the memes first, so we can talk about that. 4 mics. There's 4 mics. You judge them. Which one's the best? Two of them will do bodily harm to you.
Yes, extremely.
One of them's kind of a fruitcake, and the other one's the greatest basketball player ever. One of them, some say Michael Jackson's the greatest singer ever. I don't know. You be the judge.
You choose.
Yeah. Here we go. Common sense is like deodorant. People who need it the most never use it. Boy, if that ain't the damn truth. Those of you that are local, they got a estate auction. That's my family, my father-in-law, my wife's dad. Estate auction coming up August the 2nd at 9:30 a.m. And this thing's loaded. It's got all kind of stuff. It's got 3 or 4 different types of tractors. Got pickup trucks, a couple of those. You got the grain truck. You got ironware. You got restaurant quality things inside the house. Butter churner, washer, dryer. You got dryer there. Miter saw. You got all kind of things. You don't want to miss this auction. You got a worm harvester for Christ's sake, and a trailer, pull behind trailer. Come on, check out the auction. Let's get it checked out. Okay, a couple of videos here.
Mr. Earl, what do you regret the most in life?
I deeply regret not listening to my daddy.
And what did he used to say?
Hell if I know. I didn't listen.
That's funny. That's funny. Here's the next one.
Sir, is your house gone?
No, you heifer. I take it apart on weekends to clean it out.
I'm just saying.
That's a stupid question. You stand there looking at the debris and it's gone. For the love of God. All right, we got one more here. You've all seen this one. This is funny.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey! That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice. Can I do it to you?
That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very nice. Smack.
What we do to you? Bang.
Yeah, how do you like that?
Yeah. Out of the mouth of babes right there. Keep playing.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
She'll be able to take care of herself just quite well when she gets grown.
That's right.
Yeah.
BJ said Michael Jackson all the way. All right.
All right.
Let me see here. Oh, heifer. Dean's laughing about heifer. You're going to stand there and be stupid. You get a stupid response. Oh, okay. Well, you guys know on the 4th of July, about 10 a.m. in the morning, I got a notification a couple days prior that I've been selected to be honored at the 4th of July every year event that BFW and American Legion puts on there in Cameron. And they had a couple of people, a couple of commanders from other districts come over and do the honoring. And I want to thank everyone who submitted my name, however the process went. Thank y'all very much. I do a lot, it's good to get recognition for things you do. It really is. Let you know that you're not wasting your time and spinning your wheels. We got honor for comedy vets and for podcasting and helping veterans and saving lives. and it's well worth it. And I'll tell you all the story about the time that Justice Snodgrass and I were doing a TV show or one of these shows, and y'all remember Stan. Dean, I know you do. I remember Stan. Stan come on and said he couldn't take it no more, couldn't go on. And so we stopped. And as I run, because right before that, Justin and I were thinking about shutting the show down because we didn't think we was making a difference to anybody. You know, we had a high viewership, but really didn't feel like we was helping nobody. And the damn thing happened. He come on and told us all, you know, that he wasn't feeling well, didn't want to go on and stuff like that. We turned the whole show around, showed him love. Everybody was talking to him, saved his life.
That's right.
Saved his life. Then his wife, 3 months later, tragically, he had a massive heart attack and died. We then came on, went live for I think it's 24-hour period, and raised the money to help his wife. She didn't want charity. She just needed a hand to cover some expenses because when he died, she had to get a job and stuff like that and provide. And we were going on and raising money. And we wasn't quite getting close to the goal. We was close, but not close enough. One of our bands that we used for Warrior Fest said, how much more does she need? And they wrote a $1,500 check to her, plus what we already raised. Put her well over her limit of what she needed. She was very grateful. She was been a fan for a long time. I haven't seen her on a long time, but she was a fan, and we appreciated it. And so that kind of feel it all came back to that. We got honored for that. And there's a lot of other times we've helped people out and really appreciate it. So we're going to go over some of the photos here real quick before we get to our mysteries night. But got some of these comments here. It says, congratulations on being chosen. Well, thank you very much. Oh, wife's in there. Be good. You're on front page of the paper. I did not know that was on the front page of the paper. All right. I
got you a copy.
Should have combed my hair. Woo! Yeah. Woo. BJ, she said, you're saving lives, Richie. Keep up the good work. Well, I hope so, you know. And honor for the comedy, which is ironic because the town that honor me for comedy don't come to my shows. Just, you know, maybe now, you know, because there was well over 200 people. I read somewhere it was in attendance to the thing. So,
200 plus the band, however many's in the. I think there's 64 in the band.
Man, so, quite a few in that. Yeah. So, and the band's excellent. That Cameron Municipal Band, I've had the honor and listen to them every Memorial Day service that you and I do. They're just incredible.
They are phenomenal. I'm telling you, phenomenal. And we're one of the very few cities that have a municipal band.
Right. And it was they're good. They're good. Well, here's them saluting the flag there. That's my traditional 4th of July shirt. I wear it every 4th of July since I had it. It's getting a little big because I've lost a bunch of weight, but it's a pretty good looking shirt. Caught me off guard. I had to put pants on. I didn't know the guy next to me didn't wear no damn pants, or I wouldn't have wore pants. I hate wearing pants in the summer. I quit wearing pants in the middle of April to October.
There you go.
I'm a hot-blooded guy. But all right. And then there's I don't remember her name.
Her first name's Kathy. She is the commander of American Legion Post 339 out of Gower.
Out of Gower, that's right. Okay, Gower.
Gower. Yeah.
And then she's saluting. Here him with a picture with the man right there. That's what he looks like in his uniform. It looks like I'm a foot taller than he is. I'm really not, but it looks like I'm a foot taller than the commander is.
Yeah, I was trying to crouch down there to give you more of the Kodak moment there. Yeah.
And that's what I got, guys. I got a flag. I got one of them tokens, one of them coins, and a hat pin. And I noticed the hat pin were donated by a couple people. Thank you very much for donating hat pins. A lot of people got them. My dad came, which was an honor. He comes down from Sioux City, came down for 4th of July. And he came to the festivities, and he got to come up 3 different times because he was in 3 branches of the military. He couldn't get it figured out. Slow learner clubs, what my dad was. But, so anyway, I want to say thank you all for those. Those were awesome. Her first name was Karen. Okay.
Karen. Oh, excuse them all.
Yeah. Not to mention with the stupid Karen, but she was very gracious. I gave her one of my business cards. She's going to call us up. Come up to Gower, put a show on up for the veterans. Appreciate that a great deal. But like I said, whoever it was, thank you all very much for supporting my name. I had no idea that I was even being considered for anything. And I had no idea that I meant that much to someone to throw my name in there. So to everyone who did that, thank you all very much. That is greatly, greatly appreciated.
Yeah, very, very. It was very well earned and deserved, Richie. So it was an honor to recognize you this 4th of July. So hang in there, big dog. You're doing good things.
I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, we're getting on our mysteries now. This particular mystery was suggested about 3 or 4 shows ago, and I just never got around doing it because all the things came up. And Mothman, we're going to do the Mothman mystery. You're going to read a little bit about it. Yeah, real quick though, before you do that, I want to thank my sponsors, PNC Construction. PNC Construction, for all your construction needs, contact PNC Construction on Facebook so you can see all the work they do. They do flat work, do sidewalks, they do curbs, foundations, you name it, anything with concrete in it, they do it. Also, one more time, Heroes for Heroes. Heroes for Heroes. Appreciate that. You guys, good outfit, what you're doing over there. So, all the rodeos and all that kind of thing. I believe I still got their flyer right here. Yeah. Heroes for Heroes. Good bunch of organization over there. We're going to be in contact with them. They're trying to get us into casinos and stuff. So put on some comedy show for everybody there. All right. Well, thank you, BJ. Appreciate that. Appreciate it a lot. Okay. Now we're going to get into our main category today. And we'll start off with a description of Mothman, what he is, who he is, if he's anybody or whatever. Here we go. In American folklore, Mothman is a humanoid creature that was reportedly seen around Point Pleasant, West Virginia, from November 15th, 1966 to December 15th, 1967. A year and 1 month on the day. Year and 1 month on the day. Despite its name, the original sightings of the creature described Aben's features. The first news report was published in Point Pleasant Registry, dated November 16th, 1966, titled Couples See Man-Sized Bird, Creature, Something. The national press soon picked up the reports and helped spread the story across the United States. The source of the lead believed that they originated sightings out of migration, sandhill crane, or heron. Okay, here is your sandhill crane. Sandhill crane is right there. That's your sandhill crane. And the sandhill crane is only 3.2 to 3.9 feet tall. They do have a wingspan of 5.9 to 6.5 feet span. Their white throat and red patch on their forehead. Now remember that name because it's going to come up again in the report. There's your sandhill crane. It is not near big enough to fit, the Mothman. Okay. Go back, make sure we're still alive. Okay, there you go. Let me see where we're at. Sandhill crane. Oh, the creature was introduced to a wider audience by Gray Baker in 1970, as was later publicized by John Keel in his 1975 book, The Mothman Prophecies, claiming that there were paranormal events related to the sightings in connection to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. Okay. The book was later adapted into a 2022 film starring Richard Gere, Mr. Gerbils. That's another story. An annual festival in Point Pleasant is devoted to Mothman legend. Okay, there's a brief description of what they believe. Now, here's some history on this thing. On November 15, 1966, two young couples from Point Pleasant, Roger and Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Millette, told police they had seen a large black creature whose eyes glowed red, standing on the side of the road near TNT area, the site of a former World War II munitions plant. Linda described it as a slender, muscular man about 7 feet tall with white wings. Okay, she just said 7 feet tall cannot be mistaken for 4 foot tall.
Right.
I can see 6 foot, 7 foot being confused, right? But
not 4 foot.
not 4 foot, or 3.9 actually. It's less than 4 foot. So you can judge how you want to. Anyway, however, she was unable to discern its face due to the hypnotic effect of its eyes. Distressed, the witnesses sped away, reporting that the creature flew after their car, making screeching sounds. It pursued them as far as Point Pleasant city limits. Okay. If that ain't creepy, here's some more. Over the next few days, more people reported similar sightings after local newspapers covered it. Excuse me. 2 volunteer firemen who saw it and said it was a large bird with red eyes. Mason County Sheriff George Johnson believed the sightings were due to an unusual large heron that he termed shitepoke. Contractor, now again, a heron is not that big. That's a bird about the same size as the one I just showed you on the Sandhill crane. All right. But, people see different things.
Yeah.
Contractor Neil Partridge told Johnson that when he aimed a flashlight at the creature in a nearby field, its eyes glowed like bicycle reflectors. Additionally, he blamed buzzing noises from his television set and a disappearance of his German Shepherd dog on the creature. A German Shepherd dog is a pretty good sized dog, okay? And they're pretty mean, some of them. So, a crane ain't whipping the dog. A heron ain't whipping the dog. This ain't going to happen. Wildlife biologist, of course, anything could happen. That doesn't mean this creature got anything could happen to that dog. Wildlife biologist Robert L. Smith. It seems like everyone's name Smith is always Robert. I know a lot of Robert Smiths. Robert L. Smith of West Virginia University told reporters that descriptions and sightings fit the sand crane. There's that word. There's that animal again.
Yep.
Large. Yeah, there it is again. A large American crane, almost as tall as a man, with 7-foot wingspan and reddish color eyes around its eyes. Okay, hold on a second. That bird is nowhere as tall as a man. I just read you the description of that bird. We'll go back and I'll show it to you again. He's not even tall enough to be mistaken for a man. Guys, he's standing about 3.2 to 3.9 feet. Okay, that's not even as wide as a piece of plywood. A piece of plywood with 4 foot, 48 inches.
That's right.
There's no way that bird can be mistaken. I mean, unless you got some Oompa Loompas running around there. Okay, so we'll go back here now. All right, sand crane, unrecognizable. The bird may have wandered out of its migration route and therefore was unrecognizable at first because it's not native to the region. Well, a 7-foot and 4-footer. Woo, yeah. Due to popularity of the Batman TV series at the time, the fictional superhero Batman and his rogues gallery were prominently featured in the public eye. While the villain Killer Moth did not appear in the show, the comic book influence of both him and Batman is believed by some to have influenced the coinage of the name Mothman in local newspapers. Following the December 15, 1967 collapse of the Silver Bridge, Dean Cerny, I believe he mentioned that 4 or 5 shows ago, and the death of 46 people, the incident gave rise to the legend and connected the Mothman sightings with the bridge collapse. Okay. According to Georgian newspaper, Russian UFOologists claim the Mothman sightings in Moscow foreshadowed the 1999 Russian apartment bombings. The Mothman Proceeds in 2002 is a major motion picture loosely based on a 1975 book of the same name by John Keel. In 2016, the WCHS-TV published a photo perpetrated by of the Mothman taken by an anonymous man while driving on Route 2 in Mason County. Science writer Sharon Hill proposed that the photo showed a bird, perhaps an owl, carrying a frog or a snake away, and wrote that there is zero reason to suspect it's the Mothman, and described in legend, there are too many far more reasonable expectations. Okay. Analysis. We're not going to read all this, but you got the gist of what we're dealing with here. Okay. Is it a mythical creature? Was he real? Did it really happen? Well, you got some people come to find out. We're going to go with some more evidence here. Make sure it's on the screen. It didn't change. Nope, didn't change. All right, hang on. Let me go back here. Let me get out of that one. Let me go back here. Didn't change. We're going to look at some more evidence. There we go. Not change screens. And put on. Okay. All right, here's some more evidence and theories surrounding the Mothman. Sightings and depiction. Initial reports, like I said, 2 couples reported seeing a large winged creature with red eyes near the TNT area, former munitions plant, in November 1966. Other accounts. Over the next year, about 100 people reported similar sightings at the Point Pleasant area. Physical characteristics. Witnesses described the creature as being about 7 foot tall. And now 100 people claim it's 7 foot tall. So somebody out there, I don't know, about how tall it is. With a large wingspan, non-distinct head, and glowing red eyes. The behavior part of this thing. Some reports describe the creature as gliding, not flapping its wings, and making screeching noises. That's very important. It glides. It doesn't flap.
A gargoyle.
Well, it's beginning to sound like that. Other locations. There have been reports of the Mothman-like creature in other locations, including Chicago and even Russia. Theories and explanations. Misidentified birds. I figured they'd go there because that's always what they like to go to. Other theories suggest that their sightings could be misinterpretations of large birds like sandhill crane, like I showed you guys a while ago. No way. Or owls, especially in low light conditions. There ain't an owl that damn big either. I hate to tell you.
No, never has been, never will be.
Not that big. If it wasn't that big, I'm packing all my shit and moving.
I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm going somewhere. Quick.
Right away. Yeah. The Silver Bridge collapse. This is interesting. This was all interesting here. Some believe that Mothman was a harbinger of the Silver Bridge collapse during December 1967, which resulted in 46 deaths. Environmental pollution. Some speculate that the Mothman was a creature mutated by pollution from the TNT area, which is known for storing explosives. Could be. I don't know yet. Psychological features. The Mothman legend has been fueled by the Cold War fears, fascinations with UFOs and other paranormal phenomenon at the time. Hoax. Some people believe the sightings were a hoax or a way to draw attention to Point Pleasant. And it says folklore and tourism. The Mothman has become a prominent figure in the local folklore and has significantly boosted tourism to Point Pleasant. And it's a festival of museums, and it's got culture on here. So I'll leave this to some people here. I'll let you guys answer some questions, and things. I'm gonna get off this one here. I'm gonna show you the sand crane because apparently it didn't show it to you a while ago. I thought it did because I got the sand crane keyed up for everybody to see. Okay, here we go. This is the sand crane, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another picture of it. It says right here, large bird about 3.2 to 3.9 feet tall. So less than 4 foot tall. With a wingspan of 5.9 to 6.5 feet. Adults have gray plumage, a white throat, and a red patch on their foreheads. This bird cannot be mistaken for an upright man. It just, it just ain't gonna happen. Okay. It just for everybody thought to throw that out there. I mean, I know they have no idea what the hell they were looking at because they've never seen nothing like that before. But a sand crane has no bearing on anything. Dean says bright red eyes, and screeching sound. They were being chased by the cops. Bad boys, bad
Yeah,
boys.
yeah,
Yeah. Should if that song was back in that day, you could have sung it. It was evil, or it was Elvis.
It was Elvis.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. So, I'm gonna type in while you're trying to undecipher that information there, Commander. Tell us what you think about the Mothman sightings, non-sightings. Your opinion.
I
sir.
think it's a publicity stunt. I think somebody did it to draw attention to their community in that area. I mean, everybody's got to have an Area 51. Why don't we have the Mothman? You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
you know, and so I don't know. And did I understand correctly when the reading, because I couldn't read the print on there, that they tried to get that into Batman, into that series that was out at that time with Adam West and all them?
No, that's where they got the name.
That's where they got the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to bring up some of these pictures of that bridge collapse. Okay. And it shows an image above there. You can argue this either way. All right. Here's the one they're talking about here. Where it looks like that looks like feet. It looks like a man flying. Can you see it? Can you see that there, Commander?
Not very good. Not
But
very good on my
it is
end,
it
no.
is up on screen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the screen, but it's small.
Okay. Okay. And then here's the picture over here. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. I didn't help any. Let me go back here. I didn't help him make it big like that. Well, you piece of crap. What the heck's going on here? Go back over here then. That's how you take care of that issue. All right. And let me see. Here's another one where it's up on top. This is a good one right here. If I can get this one here to blow up, you guys can see for yourselves. There you go. There you go. That looks like somebody standing there.
Yeah.
That looks like a big creature, whatever it is. It's like a big creature. Okay. And that was depicted up on there before the bridge collapsed. This picture was taken before the bridge collapsed. Again, I'm not telling you yes. I'm not telling you no. I'm just telling you what they said, what they're showing here to be true.
Another one to put in the annals of history there, along with Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was, I was reading an article about someone thought it was animatronic, because whoever's controlling it is now dead. Is the reason you don't see it no more. Okay.
All right, that's a possibility, but
it might be. Jaws was an animatronic back in that day, so.
Yeah, but that was only half of a fish. Yeah. I mean, you know, he was only half of a shark. And of course, in that day and time, that would have been extremely advanced.
That would have been
really been advanced to have something like that would be remote control.
Here we go. Let me see if I can't make this bigger for everybody. And this is the collapse of the bridge up here. That's not, I don't know what that is, but that's not the bitch of the Mothman there. I don't know what that is up there in the corner. But yeah, this is that was a weird thing, the collapsing of this bridge, by the way. Okay. If he is a sensor of doom or something, hey, look, we haven't seen it, but the Silver Bridge location is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this picture right here is the picture this is the one where photographed creature that resembles a legendary Mothman at Point Pleasant. I can't play the video because we'll get flagged on it, but I can turn the sound down, but if you can't hear it, it won't make any sense, but maybe you can see it fly. Let's see if no, it ain't gonna play. No, it can't be doing that. All right, well, there you go. So,
Okay.
but that picture right there is a very telling, very, very, very telling picture. You can see what looks like a man's legs and feet.
Yeah. You
Okay.
can. I'll give
You,
credit to that.
you can. You can look. It does look like there's some sort of head and some sort of wings. It's impossible to tell how big that thing is, according to this picture. Although it's big enough that makes a silhouette where you can see what it is. Yeah. So, you guys weigh in on what you think, what you don't think. Let me get out all that. Let me get back over here where I can see. Crazy Joe Biden. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. The Mothman. There's nothing in my native culture about it because it was discovered in 1966. I mean, it might be a doom or something.
Yeah.
It might
could
be. Maybe they've got it wrong. If it was a creature like that, maybe he's trying to tell you something bad's going to happen right here.
Well,
Maybe because he shows up, the bridge collapses. Maybe he didn't
could
make
be
it
an
collapse.
omen.
Maybe he's trying to warn them because it said on a couple of things that he tried to warn them things. So I don't know. And listen, it's an interesting topic.
Yep.
Really is. It'd be one of the things we'll never know.
No.
They'll never. And if they did, you can't trust the government to tell you the truth anyway. You can't trust people to tell you the truth. Hell, people make up stories and lie all the time.
Oh, I know that's right.
I know people that swear Elvis is still alive. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The odds are he's not alive anymore because the time's out. But I know people that swear he's still alive. And unless he's on Men in Black episode, I doubt he is. Shelley Renee, that's a good. It does make you. It does make you wonder.
It does make you.
They mentioned a paranormal effect in that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know paranormal if it wasn't. It could have been. Listen, it might have been an angel.
Yeah.
Flying over there to warn people, but it wasn't a very good angel. 46 people died. Okay, so
could have been the angel of death.
It could have been. Very well could have been. We don't know.
There you go.
Interesting photo. I'd like to see him blow the damn thing up a little bit more. Maybe add some pixels to it somehow with modern technology.
Yeah.
But it
up,
is weird. It is weird. It's near that bridge. It is weird how it's got a nice, good silhouette that looks to us like human feet.
Yep.
Okay.
It really does. I mean, it's just one of those that just makes you scratch your head and hold your chin and think, well, interesting.
But the photo to me does not resemble a crane whatsoever.
Oh no, not any bird whatsoever that I've ever seen.
No, that was not a bird. But let me see. I do think there was native stories of something like the Mothman. Yeah, but not the Mothman himself. They believed in Thunderbird. The Thunderbird was a big thing in my culture. And I'm not saying they're not big ass birds out there. I showed y'all a couple shows ago some giant pictures of some eagles. Okay, the biggest cars, some of them. Very well, because some of them ocean birds are huge, eating them fish and stuff. I can't get big, so we don't know. But what do we know is out there? Listen, there's still a lot of the world we haven't discovered.
Oh, they're up in the Great Northwest and up into Canada and all the way up into Alaska, way out there in the middle of nowhere in the tundra. There's places where, as far as we know, man's never set foot. So how do we know what's out there?
Exactly right. Also, we've never been to the bottom of that damn ocean.
No.
We don't have a vessel that can get you all the way down to sea. I mean, it's so deep the sun can't even get down through the water to get to it.
Oh, it's pitch black down there.
So we don't have any vessels that can go as deep as the ocean is anyway. So what does that mean to us? Nothing really. To me, it's an interesting photo of flying in the air. That was very interesting. I cannot explain to you what it is. You and I both agree, look like human feet. Somebody flying. Could have been a kite. Hell, I don't know. Maybe somebody had a kite back, and kite's been around since Ben Franklin. That's how you discover electricity.
I'll just stay with the gargoyle.
Well,
I mean,
Smurfs were pretty popular. I mean, they were,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I'll
me
just
just
stick with that.
yeah, I agree. I'm sure there are living things in places we've never explored. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
absolutely.
tribes of people.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
that for example, I don't know how many you watched the River Monsters. Jeremy Wade, that guy was a hell of a fisherman.
Yes,
He got back to
was.
some of them tribes, he didn't even know existed. People didn't know people lived back in there, down in Brazil and all through Mexico, and hell, even here in
Yes.
America. There's up in Alaska, there's tribes of people you never even heard of. Africa, same way. So we don't even know who all lives on the planet. We're still arguing today over who the first person on Earth was. Okay.
Oh, exactly.
There's an out of Africa theory that everybody came from the black man. However, the black man, there was no such thing as a black man, white man back in the day. It's called the human race. Black and white is a term that was put on somebody by some political organization. Okay.
Right.
But if you go do your research on it, out of Africa, they're talking about it was a certain clan that was sheltered, and they wandered from Africa and they got to Australia. And since they were sheltered in Australia, the Central Africa and the Aborigines of Australia have the pure first DNA ever known to man. Okay. Now, a pigment change, as we all know, if anybody took science, know that they migrated. As it started migrating, you got migrating in places where it wasn't so hot, your pigment changed. Okay.
Yes.
Some of us right now, I got darker pigment than my wife. I can stand next to her in the wintertime, right? Not being out in the sun. I'm still darker than she is. When I get out in the sun, I get real dark. That's just my pigment because Native American and stuff in me. But listen, I've seen it, albinos. I've seen all kind of people. People have fatter noses so they can breathe in the colder air. People have skinny noses. They don't need to breathe in all that cold air.
Right.
So we evolved. We still don't know how we evolved. The Native Americans are the first people on this continent. Okay, come through the Bering Strait and came up from Brazil. But how did people in Brazil get there?
Exactly.
We all come here, migrate from the south down to the north. Maybe so. Blacks come over here. I know that there's blacks that came here before the slave trade. How did they get here? How did Vikings get here? White people were one of the last races created, they say. Who knows? But we've evolved so much over time, it doesn't matter anymore. Big debate about Adam and Eve. I've been in a conversation about that and talking about, if Adam and Eve first started the planet, how come none of the DNA goes back to them? And I'm not a Bible scholar, and hopefully I get the pastor back on to come. One of the things we'll talk about, those of you that read the Bible, some of you do, some of you don't. I'm one of the guys that haven't read probably as much as I should, but there's a portion in there where we're talking about God told Adam that his children, he didn't want mingling with other humans or something like that. So if there's where do these other humans come from? I believe Adam and Eve was chosen to be like us, not like the cavemen. Okay, they're different. I think these were regular people who started that God took a rib from, Adam and made Eve, or how it was. Some believe there's Lilith, that whole thing. But I believe that there were two sets. Evolution did start. We did evolve. Some men evolved from the water, like they say, and became monkeys or whatever. Okay, and then they come up to cavemen and Neanderthals, whatever. Then there's a special set of pretty people. Okay, the ones that looked presentable. Okay, I think that's what happened. So I believe both evolution and the creation of man, because the Bible says, like I said, he didn't want them out with other people. What other people? If Adam and Eve were first ones here and they had the three sons that hadn't produced yet, where do these other people come from? So when I pose that online, people can stop back like, man, that's deep. Are you philosophers? No, I'm just an idiot redneck.
Yeah.
But it just makes me wonder. So back to the Mothman. We don't know. We haven't got a freaking clue.
No.
Carbon dating. I don't believe none of that bullshit.
Well, that's all inaccurate. They've proven that carbon dating is not accurate at all.
Then you got the watermarks. So we're all alien biologists.
Yeah.
Biology projects. That's right. We are. See, creation is what I believe. Okay. Well, and my wife, she's an intelligent woman. She's sure going to believe what she wants. I believe both things happen: evolution and creation. Because if evolution didn't happen, why does the chicken have scales on her legs? Of course, you can make the argument if something, if the dog evolved from the wolf, what did the wolf evolve from? Whatever it evolved from is not here no more. You got the wolf, you got the dog. It's just all, we don't know. We ain't got a damn clue. It's like history. They talk about Jesse James, this, Jesse James. How do they know? How did Jesse James ever poop? Well, your books. Did he ever take a crap somewhere? He had to take a crap. If he eats, he's pooping. You see what I'm saying? So we really don't know. Mothman, don't know. It's an interesting photo. I'm just going to tell you, in my opinion, I don't know. I can't say it's Miss Donald's bird because it's a weird picture of me. I'm going to say if it happened, okay. If it didn't happen. Now, the couple that seen him, what were they doing? Were they smoking the Jesus lettuce at the time they seen this? Were they, drinking a little too much?
Yeah.
I'd like to know that information as well. Dean said, I just want to know what the guy who discovered cow milk was thinking. See? Excellent question. Excellent question.
Yeah.
And they said a dodo bird went extinct millions of years ago. How do we know it's even a dodo bird? How do we know? We don't. I know a guy one time who he was in science class and he argued with his teacher. They talking about watermarks, how the water cuts into a rock and it takes millions of years to do that. He went home, took his garden hose out and stretched all his garden hose out to his pasture, turned the water on. His parents about killed him when they got the bill. Okay. They turned the water on and let it run, and it wore an indent. Okay. He had the science teacher came out to his house and said, "Hey man, I got this old formation. I don't know what this is." This teacher looked and says, "Oh, you see how you used to have water coming through here many years ago? That's from the glaciers." He said, "No, it ain't. That's from my garden hose. I let it run for 3 days." Okay. So people, I don't know. Carbon dating, all that, I don't know. He was into bestiality to get the milk from the cow. Hey, could have been a fetish. Accidentally discovered he was going after one thing, accidentally got something else.
Got something else there you go.
Ain't that how they discovered penicillin? It was an accident. They discovered by mold on bread and I don't know what happened, but anyway, he eat this moldy bread, he started getting better. He's like, huh. So they figured out penicillin. So
Louis Pasteur.
Did he try the bull first?
Yeah.
Probably did. He probably did. We don't know. See, Dean, that's Dean, and it's comedy, but it's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
How do we know? How do you know you can drink goat milk? Whoever thought of that crap?
No. Whoever thought of it can keep it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, in my culture, they said, did the Indians have outhouses? Did they put because not all Indians set up teepees, some of them in mud huts, some regular huts, a house hut, right? Where'd they poop? Well, they dug a hole and buried it. What'd they do with the trash? Well, they piled up and burned it. What'd they do with the critters around there? I don't know. They hunted and ate them. We don't know. Society's evolved so much. It's like the city of Atlantis. I don't know. People can say there's formations under a rock. Don't know. I wasn't there. So the only thing I can comment on is what I see and what I know for sure. Again, it's a true story. Did Jesse James ever poop? Well, scientifically, if he ate, he had to poop. He's a normal man. He was 5'9". Men who's 5'9" at least poop once a day.
He's going to go.
Did he pee somewhere? His horse had to pee.
Yeah.
You see what I'm getting at? Just because it's not written in history books don't mean, doesn't mean anything. And they twist history anyway. So we can't agree that Billy the Kid was shot by Pat Garrett. We can't agree he's buried where he is. We don't know. So when people see these things, be cautious.
Yeah.
I know right now, and the way the world is right now, people want to be the first to announce something.
Oh, yeah.
I'm one of them guys, you won't hear nothing out of me until I get all the facts. Okay, let me take in what I've seen. Why did I see it? Why did it happen? What angles are going on? You'll never see me breaking news.
Yeah, let's cross all the T's and dot all the I's.
Right. And you can't trust breaking news. How many times we've been on here, something's breaking news that happened 4 days ago? Well, that ain't no longer breaking news. Okay, stop with the breaking news shit. You're telling me exact same things. So,
yeah, I mean, it comes down to the old thing. Believe nothing that you hear, and only what you see, and then you better look twice.
Better look twice and look with an
Yeah.
open eye. Because
Open eye.
if
That's
you
right.
and I go in there mad at somebody and look at them, okay, we can say they're one way. If we
Right.
go in there happy or neutral, look at somebody, they might present themselves the same way that we seen the first time, but in a whole new light.
Whole new light. Exactly.
Not everybody's giving that. Some people talk different. I do. Okay.
Yep.
You got to listen to them. Some people might think I'm being mean, but that's just a word I use. Hell, I don't mean nothing by
Yeah.
it. And it's something, but and those who know me know when I get pissed. My friends, and
Oh.
when I get mad, they know when I'm pissed. Okay, there's no gray area no more. Okay, so you, for example, you're a plumber. You use terminology that an electrician doesn't use.
Right. Exactly. It's just
Does that
the
mean
way it
electrician's
is.
dumb? No, it doesn't mean electrician's
No.
dumb. Don't mean you're dumb. That's just your areas of expertise. So there you go, guys. That was your mystery for today, the Mothman.
The
Interesting.
Mothman.
Interesting. That's what I can say about it. Do I think it's a Mothman? I don't know.
That'd be worth digging into a little bit more to find out. Apparently, nobody has seen the Mothman in quite some time. So,
Right. And they've seen it in Russia. They've seen it here and in Russia. There's only two spots, or Chicago, West Virginia, Chicago, and Russia. A year and 1 month is what he was
I could
around.
almost believe a little bit more in Bigfoot than I can the Mothman, because there's been more sightings of Bigfoot
Right. Right.
than the
right.
Mothman. So,
Right.
I mean,
And somebody put out a hell of a hoax video about Bigfoot. I ain't seen a hoax video about Mothman yet.
no, nothing. I'm still leaning towards gargoyle. I'm sorry.
Well,
I know. I mean, what the heck?
hey, and it very well could have been a regular bird. I don't know.
Who knows?
They are giant birds. I mean, crap. I don't know why they wouldn't be. They eat better than we do. They ain't got nobody. They don't eat little debbies, and they don't have heart attacks. And
Yeah.
They go on and
Don't eat sugar and get diabetes. I mean,
like some of us know. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I was given diabetes. In all
Oh,
fairness.
there you go.
But anyway, all right, Commander, that was a pretty good show today, brother man.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
want to talk anything about it? Anything you guys got coming up there at the American
we
Legion?
got I saw a message come across today that the Veterans Breakfast is tomorrow morning at the church out there. Are you going to be there?
I am.
I am. I'll see you there. I'll bring you a copy of the Citizen Observer so you can clip out the little picture for a scrapbook there, buddy. I picked up a copy for you today.
I appreciate
and I got
that.
one for our scrapbook. Yeah. No, things are going along pretty good. Nothing in the works right now that the Legion of the VFW is going to put on right now. Probably getting closer to fall. We'll come up with something that's going on. So anyway, I'll talk to you tomorrow about an idea that some of us have for this fall, and run it past you and see if you want to be part of it. And once we get things finalized, if it's a go, then we'll start talking about it. But right now, too early to say anything.
I think maybe you guys ought to have a charity auction up there. So you donate some stuff, and we'll just do a charity auction. I'm an auctioneer, so I mean that wouldn't be hard to come up with.
Yeah,
an auctioneer
we could do that too.
And people can donate some stuff, kind of like they did for Dream Catchers, and some other places around.
Yeah,
We've
got some things that we need to get taken care of around the post and everything up there. So it might be something that we can look into. Yeah, not a problem.
Excellent.
Yeah. We'll chat some more about that too.
Okay. All right. We'll get people's attention tomorrow. All right, guys. Remember, I'm gonna be. Time is coming. Let me go shut this damn banner off here so we can see this whole flyer. Reality Becomes having a birthday bash Saturday, the 26th of July. I am preparing myself for this thing. I'll be on stage at 6:30. I'll be kicking it all off. I'll go on stage. I'll make y'all laugh. It's an adult set. It's in a bar, brewery. I mean, it says right in the damn name, Outlaw, first of all, Cigar Brewery. All right. So there's going to be some ruffians in there. So I'm going to cut in an adult set, make you laugh. We got the band Drex, United USA, Yellowbird, and the feature band Reality Becomes. It's their birthday. Also, they're celebrating Matt. He's one of the members of Reality Becomes. He's 25 years of sobriety. But you
Wow.
put 25 years in anything, that needs to be honored.
Yeah,
Okay.
you betcha.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Sixth annual. This is the 6th year this has happened. So I'm honored to be part of it. It's at the Outlaw Cigar and Brewery, 309 East 10th Avenue, North Kansas City, Missouri. Down close to the river. That's what they say. Also, Roy and I had a reading. Well, actually, every member of the movie got together online. We had a reading. The movie's coming. Roy is getting the finances ready. He's got the budget. He's going to start getting filming assignments ready. It's coming, guys. It's coming. No, they didn't. The movie, an elaborate modern day heist. If you ever seen Ocean's 11, it's kind of like that. And so I'm honored and proud to be involved in that. Back here real quick, check the comments. Let me see. My brother says I will try to put a flag together for the raffle. All right.
Okay.
Well, there you go. So if you need that, excellent. A charity auction would be fun. Yeah, it would be. I did many of them, so yeah, it would be great. Be fun. We can have it, and all the proceeds benefit the American Legion Post, the VFW. It's however you guys want to distribute the money. That's y'all's deal.
Yeah.
All right, give us a closing, would you?
Yeah.
Would you, sir?
I sure will. I hope that everybody out there had a very enjoyable and a very safe 4th of July. I hope you were able to spend time with your family, friends, or whoever you happen to be with. I mean, make the best of your time. Listen, I know when the holidays come around, I don't care what holiday it is. Sometimes it affects everybody a little differently, and people hang in there. 4th of July was a time to celebrate our veterans for everything that they had sacrificed for us to have our freedoms that we have and enjoy. And I know that a lot of people are very veteran oriented, but take the time. When you meet a veteran, you see one wearing his cap, take time to visit with them, talk to them, give them a kind word. That might be a veteran that's struggling with something deep and dark, and he's got things going on in his mind or her mind that is maybe wanting to take them over the edge and do something that we don't want them to be doing, and that they don't want to do, but they feel like it's the only way out for them. You don't know what type of a conversation you can have with somebody that is going to change them and change their mind. I mean, it could just be a handshake, a smile, a how are you doing, anything.
Right.
I mean, you made it today. You can make it tomorrow. You have value. You are worth something. Reach out if you get to that place and say, hey, I need to talk. There are people out there that will listen. Okay? We'll listen. Call, talk to us. Tune in on the show. Richie and I are two of the easiest people to find in this part of the country. Trust me. We're easy
Davies
to
County
find.
Sheriff's Department.
That's right. Lord have mercy. But listen, you have value and you are worth something. So take care of yourself. You made it today. You can make it another day. Just hang in there.
Well said, my brother. Well said. Again, guys, thank you so much for the honor, the privilege to sit there and to listen and be recognized for something. Don't really. It wasn't seeking recognition. I was just seeking entertainment. That's just what I do. Like people laugh. But in the end, I'm gonna either buy me one or make me a nice little box to put my flag in, my coin. My hat pin's already on my other hat. It's ready to go. I'll probably have it on tomorrow. My decorative hat to eat with. So that was a great time in my life.
Yeah. When we started doing this flag thing years ago, almost every veteran that passes away, the family gets a flag.
Yes,
it gets folded and presented to the family. We got sitting around talking years ago. Why? Why not recognize veterans that have contributed? And they've all contributed, and you can't give them to everybody, but you try each year to pick out a couple veterans in our area and recognize them now and give them something that they can hold and they can see and they can enjoy and know that they were recognized for the sacrifices that they've made, and let them enjoy it while they're alive.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
a veteran can't enjoy it when he's gone. The
No,
family's
no.
going to get to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No,
why
that's right.
not? So
Right.
enjoy it, brother. You earned it.
I
So did
appreciate it.
Sam Heiner. I just want to throw a quick one out there. I know it's at the end of the show. I
Mhm.
just want to throw it out. Sam Heiner,
Mhm.
one of the pillars of the community, big pillar of the community here in Cameron. And a big thank you to him for his sacrifice, his time in the service, his contributions to what he's done here for Cameron. Attaboy, Sam. Proud of you. You're on my flag route, been putting a flag in your yard for years. So
Yep.
thank you, Sam, for all that you've done for the community of Cameron. You're good people, sir.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Before we get out of here, I want you guys to remember the same thing the commander just said. You are not worthless. You have value unless you're a child molester. You have value. There's people that love you and want to be around you that
That's
love
right.
your counsel. Not everybody's the same. People party different ways. People have fun in different ways. People love to fish, hunt, watch movies, some type of comedy, entertainment, sing. Hell, I can't sing. Nobody wants to hear me sing, trust me. But I like to enjoy music of other people singing. I like all kinds of music. Hell, I grew up listening to country, rap, rock and roll, gospel. My wife plays gospel music a lot. There's all kind of good music, and there's music that's crap. I'll tell you, if it's crap, it's crap. To find what it is you like in life and do that.
Yeah.
Change colors. We're going to do another study on here sometime about depression, suicide, and colors.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of colors that even jails now are painting their cells different colors, because the color gray, for example, gray's cool. Some things gray had its place. Gunmetal gray is cool, but there's other grays that are just not. So gray is not really a good color. Black, I know some people love to wear the color black. Black in the winter is great to wear because it helps you keep warm.
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
Sometimes those colors are bad. Yeah, there's all kind of other. There's spring colors. There's a lot of. We'll get into that thing, but change something in your life if you're not happy. Change something in life. I'm down 55 pounds.
Oh, outstanding.
I couldn't lose weight, but when I wanted to, when you get tired of something, when you finally make a change, you'll change.
Yeah, okay. You will.
You just don't wait too long to do it. All right. You don't wait too long for next thing you know, you have a heart attack and die, and you're up in heaven looking down. Boy, I sure wish I had lost that weight. And God bless Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
God bless Ozzy. Yeah, it's been in the news. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it so much. On behalf of the commander, all the VFW posts, all the American Legion posts, all the veterans who behind us, all the veterans that are in front of us. Active duty. Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
We don't need you to be part of the statistic. Time's coming. You got the rest of your life ahead of you. Teenagers, you got the rest of your life ahead of you. Yes. Don't worry about them kids staying in school. Who cares? Yeah. Half of them's going to be pumping your gas anyway.
Doesn't really that's matter. Right.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter later on when you guys are, living your life. I don't give a rat's ass. I can whip my whole class anyway. I don't care. Yeah. Big deal. I got more money than they got, some of them. So who cares, right?
Yeah.
Don't be a statistic. Have your pet spayed or neutered. I'm Richie Redneck Pimp King, bad man of comedy. Donny Dog Ahoy, host Useful. We'll see you again.